ready to continue, please do so.
Indeed, Mr. Chair, we're ready to proceed, and the usher is gone to fetch the witness. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
I, Amadou Scattred, Janneh.
I, Amadou Scattred, Janneh.
Do swear that.
Do swear that.
I'll speak the truth.
I'll speak the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank
you. Thank you, Mr. Witness. Welcome to the TRRC.
Thank you.
Before we proceed, may I ask that we have interpretation from English to Mandinka and vice versa. I mean, I know the witness would speak in English, but I would also encourage him to speak in Mandinka as and whenever he wants to. The whole essence really is to ensure that the stories that are told here would reach the maximum number of citizens, so people would know what actually happened in this country. So, Mr. Mane, are you guys ready to provide interpretation in the Mandinka language and vice versa? I have received indication that they're ready. So, please, let's start. Housekeeping issues, Mr. Janneh, or Dr. Janneh, to be more correct. Thank you for your willingness to come to testify before the TRRC. We normally give this warning to most witnesses who testify before us that they are expected to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I have every confidence that you would heed to that warning.
Yes.
Mr. Mane, are you with us? We can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm ready.
Well, be ready now. It seems you are not.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Yes, could you now take it from there? I have just reminded Dr. Janneh that witnesses who appear before the commission are expected and required by the law to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Okay, hakilo blandi nyine la Mr. Janneh ko sedo lu men kana sedeyaro la jang nyinji ko le bije ko ibe toñale fula jang ite fom fula jang mem manke toñati adu ibe fem fula jang abebe kala toñaleti ike hakilo blandi wolela.
Mr. Dr. Janneh, your story is quite extensive. It is in fact a book. But for the purposes of this testimony, we have to abridge it. We have to reduce it. And would deal mainly with those issues that pertain to this theme that we are working on, which is the prisons in the Gambia.
Andung kacha sembo belala menkang wolem kokmuti ya meunati purka kacha wole keta kasolu Kenya ti nyimbanko kang.
That does not mean that your life story is not interesting and important for the commission. It is important.
Amanke ko commission manyin hammesoto ila balunya nin kul men ketetela ako kukuma balemu fananti barbitun kul ni lanya le yasabu nyindo munyati linyalti lafta mensene yandila.
So your life story and the things that happened to you in the prison system is captured in your book. We would exhibit that book. We would make it available to the commission so the commission would have the full story, the full details.
Ako ila balunya Kenya, kolu menu ketela ila mutoko no sako kasola. Akolu kumma yata bakele bari wolu nata ke kuti meni alonko ye safe ila kitabo kono ifango ye mendada akondu ibe fero kila le kawo kitabo nati kadi komisongola pour wolu salon ko mem bebe buko nyin kono wala kitabo nyin kono isalon ya fahamu ak nyin kamala isalon men ketela o dalilu le ya sabu be kulu sambala wonya.
For the purposes of your testimony today, I would want us to focus on the following topics.
Akobari bi ila sede yaro kano abe lafila nyatili nyaye ke kolula abina menu folateng.
One, your background.
Follow walem ite fango Kenya itelum jumati.
That is including the work you have done until you served as a cabinet minister in Janneh's government.
Welem kolu tamata nyaming hanifo ite fango kolu milu tamandi fona katabula wato meng ite fango nata ke cabinet minister ti Jammela mansakunda kono.
I know that it is not so directly related to this theme, but we would want you to tell us your experience working with Janneh in his government.
Akaya alon oni nyin ko sambanya manyo soto bari nyimula finna kuleti komison la karola. Inin Jammela do ko keta nyamin alla ko tata nyami ilaftale ite fango ya sata alata nyamin.
Well, that would implicate you to dissect the anatomy of a dictator, but I hope we would be able to abridge it such that we can just have the important tidbits.
Ako we nyina ko dictator wolem tajire maralla la maralinya iba be jaba kese wotola le barbitum iba sutiyandi la nyame ya lonko asikun wato kono nyin kamala kolu silako ayta ko laftala nyamin.
We would also look at life as a businessman for you.
Alnumbe jubero kala fanang julaya be julaya tamandika wato men wo tembo e kolube ibulu nyadile.
How that has led you into how that has exposed you to the problems of the ordinary Gambian citizen.
And for wonata ite fangola kolu yitandino nyadile Gambia dingulu la men ya lonko banku dingol la muiti bari keta molleti men ya lonko banku ding kensengol la muiti bari be banko kan.
Some of the ways of the then Jammeh government, the tax and spend approach to governance.
Aning Yaya Jammeh la mararo kono kolu tamata nu nyamen kabrin namo la nyala karola aning kolu depansol ning kukata ngulumeni ya lonko iketa kuta maringolti wala kusoto ngolti atela wuche okono.
How you have taken matters into your own hands and launched a campaign against dictatorship in this country.
Hanufo ite fango nata kolu ta ifango bulo kono nyamin. Hanufo inata lankene maro wulindi ko babul kafame campaigno ka kolu banke ka wotajire mararo kele nyim banko kan hanufo akunata tanyamin anata labanyamin.
Your arrest, the search of your premises, and subsequent search of your premises.
Aning inate mutanyamin. Hanufo amanda wala inata na katai taradulato. Kaje be visite kaje jube kulu beje nyamianin ka be bonyoto ite lefta menaje.
Your experience with the panel of investigators.
Kisirla lu menu ye tombong ite ningol la kulu fong nata la nyadile yemu londile soto la karola.
Your detention in several places in this country, including the old airport, Brusubi police station, and Mile 2 prisons and Joshua.
Anim fanang hanufo inatana kate muta nyadile biriye muta ye sindi damendo to kabrin kuluntila ji kototo Mile 2 prison kata Joshua anin dinkira kotangolu ye sindi damen ke mabo moluma.
The conditions in each of those detention places.
Ye sindi o dinkira lu mennuto wolu be taranya nyaadi le to o tembo yete samba wolto to moment.
The denial of your basic human rights during this period of detention.
Wato men ibe o muto kono ye bali ila hadama ya nyanto tukungulu sotola nyame nyama.
Including denial of access to members of your family.
Hanifo inata balam fanang puru ite fango badingulu nin dimbayalu puru inni olie nyoje abuka soto no.
Access to your lawyers.
Hanifo inila loyalu fanalu temo asoto nyaketa koleati.
And access to consular services.
Anim fanang kuolu lanya itening bantala banko la bunda lu temo puru isla sulo momenti je ye bali o belela.
The subsequent charges that were laid against you.
Aning itelnate te kalami mun kuma kannela yete tumi menula.
Your life as a pre-trial detainee at Mile 2 prisons, but mainly at Mandinka in Joswang.
Anim fanang yetara nyamenke Mile 2 kasola ko muta mole muiteti. Anim fanang inate samba dame Mandinka Joswang kasoto.
The comparison in terms of conditions between these various places you've been detained.
Ye sindi nyin dinkiralu menuto nya ila taranya la fatam fanso kolu la kilimbalia o dinkiralu to wolu fanalu Kenya.
The ethnic distribution or the ethnic composition of the prisons administration in Gambia.
Aning do kulalu menu be kaso bundalu la do kulalu wolu fanalu siolu la fatam fanso je siolu la talantalango wo fanan Kenya itela crossi roto,
including the problems of tribalism and nepotism that exist in the prisons administration.
Anin fanan si fatam fanso anin ka kuriya samba siolu kan anin fasaro me yalonko wolle betama kan nun na kaso bundal.
The problems at Joswang prisons and the problems at Mile 2 prisons. In particular, the issue of food.
Sako baluola karola molu domoro menka di kasolan kollaje.
The daily searches.
Ani luolunding ikana visitero melna kamulla dinkiralu visite.
The lack of family visits.
Anin kebali ini badingol la nyoje wala katela dimbayalu.
The theft of rations.
Anin ika kasolankol la baluo mensunya.
The illegal burning of wood into charcoal at Joswang prisons.
Anin ika kuomen tamandije menni luwa manta nyola ka yirolu ta ke janike kekemboti Joswang kasola.
Other corrupt practices.
Aning nakaro nin tapale akukotang lumeni alonko ike tamandi.
Conditions of your cell during pretrial detention, especially during the rainy season of 2011.
2011 sangokono ye mabo selo menkono wo ko tembo beje nyaadi le janning ibete sambala kitola.
How the court dealt with that issue.
Kiti bundalu nata wo ko lu bonyoto nyaadi le yela nyameng.
Your subsequent trial, which you described as a sham trial,
aning inatete kiti ndi nyaming ite famanata foko wo mu kiti jenkeringoleti.
And in that we would look at the conduct of the presiding judge.
And wo fanankono jojo wolem kiti ndir lalu wol fanalu yekolu tamandi nyaming aning ye manyalu menu kije.
Your subsequent conviction and sentence.
Aning inata ite itel ko ite lua men yete muta hanufo inata ite sorong dalilolu menu kan.
And the attitude of the judge towards your sentencing.
Aning kitindirla nyin jojo nyin ate lajiko ay quota mandi nyaming itela soronda kan.
Your personal experience as to Janneh's relationship with members of the judiciary.
Andung ite fango la jero ketamuneti. Jamme fango ni wo kitindirla lu la kolu lanya menube molu kitindika otumo.
Your subsequent incarceration at Mile 2 prisons.
Aning inata imabo dami Mile 2 kasola ye soron daming.
Together with your co-accused persons.
Anim mo kotang lumeni alonko ye ni menu tu minyola.
And your experiences at the prisons.
Aning inata jero menke ye kolu je nyamim membe caring kasokono.
In particular, the problems of diseases.
sako kurangolu nin jankari kotengolu men ya ronko wolle sotonta nun kaso kono.
Its attendant result on the prison population, including one of your co-accused?
Aning wo kurangol ni o jankarolu men be kaso kono wolu nata molu ke nyaadile kaso lankolu kono katabula mo kilina me ya lonko yeteni o be tumi nyola le kolu kono.
Life in the security wing?
Aning ikafodam ye security wing kanta bunda me ya lonko abe kaso kono je balunya façon membiji.
In particular, the issue of visits for prisoners?
Sako molu badingulu terolu dimbaya lu menu ka wuli kafo ibina kaso lankolu kumpa bola.
The problems with pretrial detention?
Anin kole ya kolu menu belari ni e momuta janibe kitindila ku façon lu menu la ya lonko ike taki.
Especially those detained for long without being taken before a judge?
Sako molu men ya lonko ni e muta ika me sirin kaso lay me kitindi janibe londi la kitindi lalu nyati limula.
The problems with food and medical care?
Anin kole ya kolu menu kasoto baluo la karola domoro anin jararo bunda fanana karola.
And your views as to how those are used as weapons against prisoners?
Aning itela jero aketa nyadile iteli kawta ka ke joranguti pour ka kaso lankolu kele wo ku fasongolula.
The issues of malnutrition, diabetes, hypertension, beriberi, etc.
Aning kolu men ya lonko inata o sababu kasola menu keta domori saharin soto balia daliloti aning jankarolu menu nata soto je men beko beriberi aning diabetes ni sukuru kurango aning jankar kotengol ni mantora kotengol menu nata la kasola nkolu kanje.
Hazards in the prisons such as overcrowding?
Aning kole ya ku kotengol menu kasoto kasola ko molu kasia fakala natambi kaso kadete.
Poor wiring and so forth.
Aning kurangolu menu ke poseje wolu bukado ku anyama wo kole akolu aning ku kotengolu menu yalon ko keta kole aku kotengol ti kaso kono.
The lack of sensible segregation of prisoners?
Aning hakilu doya men sotonta fatam fanso la karo la kaso lankolu menu yalon ko ke muta ke natije.
The lack of due care by prison officers, what you call official neglect or indifference?
Anin kasola do kula lumeni ya lonko be kaso kono do kula ila nya kaso anin ike kodi kaso lankol la nyamin anin wo ku fason lumeni ya lonko ke tamandi kaso lankolu kanje.
Your observation as to the objective of the prison service, which is to warehouse inmates instead of rehabilitating them?
Aning ila jero ketamuneti niye molu nati kasola ika ila kuolu lanya di le tilimbali ala karola me ya lonko anyanta kala menti nun wole mpurka kosola nkolu falin ke kemmo kendolti wala ke nyinya di janibe fintila bari itel kana je ke tajire ya dinkirati.
The executions of death row inmates?
Aning luwa e menu soron nun koto ke ko inyante fala bari inate soron wul fanalu inata wulu muta nyali le keifa.
And the impact that has had on prisoners, on inmates?
Aning wo faro nata munkule sababu kasolankolu la miro ni la jero luto wotumo wole be kasoko.
And finally, your pardon and deportation from your native country, the Gambia.
Wo bandulato inata yamfe nyadile bari amanda woto inate dia ku ya fintindi banko kan ite fango wulu banko hanfo ye banko bula ku kan me yalon ka manke dia nyekoti.
It's a very long list of topics.
Ako ku jambale mu.
So, Dr. Janneh, tell us about yourself. Give us a brief description of your background, both educational and work experience.
Well,
before you start, Doctor, you have a PhD, so that means you have passed through an extensive period of education.
I'll make it
so
short.
let's try to shorten it. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'll make it very short. I was born in Gunjur and did my primary school education there.
Allow the interpreter also. Yes.
Nguluta gunjurle adung nganna primary karango londo da mota jele karanta jele.
That Okay, and I attended St. Augustine's High School from 74 to 79.
Ntata St. Augustine's High School kabo 1974 kata 1979.
Then I worked for the RDP from 1979 to 81.
Ndo ngado ko ke RDP kabo 1979 kata 81 1981 sango kono.
What does RTP stand for? RDP, what does it stand for? Rural Development Program, right?
Project.
RDP, Santoto Irwandi Doko. Yes, RDP.
And then from there I went to work for Radio Gambia from 81 to 1983.
Obotaje ndata Doko la Radio Gambia kabo 1981 kata 1983.
So 83 to 90, okay, I have to, from 1983 to 1990, I studied in the US and a PhD in 1990.
Kabo 1983 kata 1919 tata karangola America Banko kampurka na PhD karangoje ngamemba 1990.
Which university?
University Julma.
University of Tennessee.
University of Tennessee in Karanta Wolto.
Your bio shows that you did all your academics, your higher education from the same university, University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
Andung ila kibaro nyitandiko yela karango beke.
Yeah, Knoxville College.
Yela karango beke Tennessee University leto Knoxville College.
Are they two different institutions, Knoxville College and University of Tennessee in Knoxville?
Ako foi fatale University of Tennessee and Knoxville College. Foi manke dinkira klimuti bang.
They're two different schools. I did the bachelor's degree at Knoxville College.
Ako fatatale akaye bachelor's degree ke Knoxville College le.
And then the master's and PhD at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
I master's in PhD ke Tennessee University le Knoxville Saturday.
Wonderful. So what did you do after you obtained your PhD in 1990?
Yamune ke briye la PhD soto 1990 sangokono.
I taught political science at the University of Tennessee.
Ngakarandiro ke University of Tennessee political londo aluka londo ngawole karandije.
From 1990 to 93.
Kabo 1990 kata 1993.
What did you do after that?
Then I returned to the Gambia to work briefly for the government.
Where in the government, which branch of the government were you employed?
At the then Ministry of External Affairs as Assistant Secretary.
Assistant Secretary leti wala Secretary no lankoti Minister Bundala membe Gambia ning bantala banko lutema.
For how long did you work for the foreign ministry?
Ye wuche jelle ke odoko wala na Minister Bundala membe ning bantala banko lutema.
It was a brief stint, I believe about 3 months, then I went to MDI.
Akita watu situneti ngamen kije karisaba wuche ngamera ngole kije mbota je utumolo ntata MDI.
Yes, and what did you do at the MDI?
MDI.
I was an instructor there.
In
which discipline?
Management training. Public administration.
And for how long did you work there?
September of 1993, I returned to the U.S.
September 1993, sangokono muruta ntata America Bangkokan.
How many months did you work for at the MDI?
Ye karijele doku MDI.
It must be something like 6 months or so.
Asikenyinti ko ngakari woro le kije wala dala man anio manjam fanyola.
And what did you do when you returned to the U.S.?
Biri muruta America yemune kije koteke.
I resumed teaching political science.
Muruta na doku koto la karandiroke politiko luka londo la karola.
In which institution?
Karambum Jumato.
At Pellissippi State College and the University of Tennessee.
Pellissippi State College, omu karambundoleti membije ani University of Tennessee.
And for how long did you teach in that institution?
Ye wuce jelle ke karandiro la wo karambungul to.
I believe I continued teaching there until 2003.
Ngamira ntententa karandiro la je hani for 2003 sangokolo.
2000.
Hani for 2000 sangokolo.
And then?
Okola.
Then I moved to Savannah and set up an export business, import-export from Savannah, Georgia.
Ndata Savannah, Georgia, nga safar bunda loje, menketa marsandiso lu kumandoti aninke ki dinkiralto.
And then?
Okola.
Then in 2003, decided to return to the Gambia.
In 2003, nanyingania purka seinang kanamurun nang Gambia.
And what were you involved in when you returned?
I
was hired as a political economic assistant by the U.S. Embassy.
America la embassy o membijang yenta purunga doko keye kake politiko londo lonna doku lati ila embassy o banko kanjang.
And for how long did you work there?
Ye wuche jelle ke oto doku wala?
I worked there for I believe 3 months.
And then
what happened?
Then I was hired as a Secretary of State for Communication, Information and Technology.
Secretary of State menketa kibaro aning kibaro sambanya do koti banko kang.
By Secretary of State you mean minister?
Secretary of State wo anyado nyama ikafolle minister bang?
Yes.
Ha.
And that meant you worked in the government of the then President of the Republic, Yahya Jammeh.
Munta wole mnyindiko yedo ko ke banko kang Republic of the Gambia mo lamansa kunda kono ikafo meyenunko Yahya Jammeh.
Correct.
Yes.
For how long did you work in the Jammeh administration?
15 months.
And what did you do after you left his government?
I set up a technology company, Commit Enterprise.
And for how long were you in that business?
Well, I continued the business until the time I was arrested.
And when were you arrested?
June 2011.
June 2011 sangokono.
Good. So before we get into your arrest and what happened subsequently, tell us about life as a minister in Yahya Jammeh's cabinet.
Janimbe futale ila mutoma fakola afonyeng yelondo men soto anila jero muminti do kuoto wato men ibe do kuola Yahya Jammeh la mansakunda kono.
Well, I had concluded that Jammeh was very unpredictable.
Ngamen soto je folo wala minti Jammeh mu moleti mo bukamen na ko haymano.
To put it in very flowery language.
Uruka akumo bonyoto ka banke anyama.
He was ephemeral. He changed color and mood frequently. Would that describe him well?
Amunda mosafo ko abele ko nyang konkorongo. Me yalon ka kala kuloro na la kolu falim falinne wati o wati.
In fact, I thought he was mentally unstable, so yours may be even better, but I believe he was mentally unstable.
Ntela la no momenti no mutumo ngaje ko mole men sondo mo mantima a hakilo ta bala ntela jero mu woleti ngamuta woleti ko mo fasongo le mwati mo men sondo mo mantima.
I have never had Nyankong Korong, but I think that too could be quite apt. Mr. Chair, wouldn't you think?
Do you really want to bring me in this?
Nyankonkorong.
It's chameleon.
I think that's what they call a chameleon, which changes color every time.
Quite interesting. Maybe that too would capture his personality.
Akwase keno wosi akenya wala amanya fanang satanole.
I agree, because there are times when he would seem very happy and seem jovial, and the next minute he's ready to essentially eliminate the person he was playing with.
Nse sonno wala katu mole me yalon ko tumodo luniaje asitara kampayala abe hadamayari abe jelela bari isaje ko miniti kota ngo nyinsi kamoti me yalon ko anio mari membe kachala ni be tuluna be jelela wonya asi pare pour ka o mari fa.
We have had testimony from one of his waiters in his residence, and he puts it in the following phrase. He said the Egyptian chef used to call him now happy, now angry.
Amunda nga sede nga mosoto me sede aro kijang me yalon ka mari bota Egypt banko le kam bota aketa moleti mentarta domoro dada bundala atanyiye akoy na ta tola to me yalon ko le myinti sayin sewo anin sayin kamfato mo.
Would that describe him adequately?
Ako fo mo fanansi mo si o fanan fono amale bang.
Yes.
Yes, I will agree
think
to that.
it's the same.
I think it's the same. But
ultimately, your assessment is this man was not stable. He was mentally deranged.
Amunta barisilang ye men folem nyinti nyimari manke moti men sondo mo ba noto. Molem mosa fono ko men fang mu nyama toti.
Yes.
Ha.
But apart from the fact the constant changes in moods, do you have anything else to why you think that he was unhinged?
Wati falling okenya ka jiko falling wati. Wo kola fokusi soto no le mem fanansike dalila doti ka foko molem nyinti me yalon ka mantara molu kono.
There are lots of incidences. I know you don't have much time, but one such occasion is
Kujamalle bije menu keta mosi menu fono bari wairi wato la deto kama nsi santion kilindino.
During a trip to Thailand with an official delegation, including the director of forestry,
sila do soto ndakata Thailand banko kan andunga ni molle tata nyola wulu kono mobije memu director ti wula do ko kunna wala memu wulo do kula la nyaton koti.
As the director was engaged in conversations with his counterparts,
o director ning anyondo kula kotengolube kacha kantumo men naila diamolak.
And which counterparts are you referring to? The Thai officials who are also almost at the same level with our director of forestry.
Akobe do kula jumanyol la mobolem Thailand banko la do kula lu meni alonko ila do ko ning ntella banko dingu men tata je ila do ko musifa kilingol tibang.
Yes.
Ha.
Proceed, please.
Then Janneh asked a minister to go and decorate the Gambian director of forestry, to put ornaments on him.
Utumole Janneh kango di minister do la puru wo do kula memu na wulo do kula te puru katao nyarandi ka nyara fengolo ke o bala.
At first, the minister thought Janneh was just kidding.
Follow to minister ni yamira fo Janneh be tulungule wala be chaka no lela.
But he insisted, and the minister did exactly that, and Janneh ordered the forestry director not to move, to cooperate.
Andu wamari biraya jako Janneh be sobe yalla afana wulta Janneh memfae afana yeoke bitunga nata kango di director nyimfonga late Janneh fongo puro kana mama kaboji.
After that was done, the Thai officials were surprised and everyone burst into laughter.
Biru keta Thailand la molu menu bije akete ye jele kuoti jeleta kato akete ye terema kuoleti bitung biru be botala.
After a while, the minister was ordered to take it off of the forestry director, and then he started going out to negotiate with his counterparts.
Bido meta domande anata fo minister e pour kataw fenlu bondi director nyim bala bito tumoleng italie kacha damuta ananyon do ku nyolu anim menula do ko mu kilinti.
How do you think the Gambian director felt at that time?
La miraro to Gambia nyin director men ayoko kala wonya ite amira wala miro ayoko je nyadile.
I'm sure he felt humiliated, but after that, he was appointed minister.
Ako wotembo densi nyim fono ko aketa malukuoleti. Bari wobe kola anata wotembo nkake minister ti.
Sitting there as a cabinet minister, and you see this director being treated in this manner, how did you feel?
Ibe sirinje wotu mo ka fo imu ministality ina taje bo ku fasongo ke kan nyin director la ite yo ta nyadi le hadama yala karola.
I felt very embarrassed being part of a government whose leader would behave that way, especially in a foreign land.
Aketanye malubati kataka ke minister ti katara molu kono ko nyaton ko membe ko wo katao manya fasongo luke wandi banko kan aketanye maloti bag.
And for your other colleagues?
Ikafunyo kote maludung.
I'm sure they felt the same, because it was a kind of humiliation that you don't expect coming from a head of state. But that was not the first time Janneh did such.
Angalo ulfanali yaje ki akete bulu maloleti. Katu nyi miraro la karola mote nyi jikila ko banku nyaton ko sio manya fasong luke sako wandi banko kan.
From your experience, how did he treat his cabinet colleagues?
Itala jeroto cabinet do kulal wala nyaton ko lumena yalon ka anika si akamun ku fasonu le sambe kan.
Or as he would expect us to put it, members of his cabinet.
Omo sa fono nyaming menu bala cabinet kono.
There are some that he considered very close and used them as errand boys.
Do lubije meni alon ko amninku ma amuta ko lukata la bakele bari akawlu kenyaman ake mutale ko kila dinding kila lutendro.
A few he would refer to as opposition, showing that as far as he was concerned, Gambia is a democracy because he does have some in the cabinet who are opposition.
Dolu bije ayolu mutako aniolu te kankiling wolu be opposition la karola ko wari bari wairi Gambia mu democratic banko leti ase wolu fanalu mutano le ko opposition lu bala man sakunda kono.
And who would be those people who would call opposition?
Itela miro to wolu mujuma anyo leti atesa fo menu mu opposition la molti.
I think one clear example is Amadou Sallah, who was tourism minister.
Mo santiom kilimbije ka fo me Mamadou Salla même mo ministre ti même marta tubab luntangol latani na kunya la banko kan.
And myself.
Aninte fango kundingo.
And Modou Salah, is he known by any other name?
Modou Salla dum photo kota bijele molu ka komandi men bang.
Silla Bay.
Silla Bay ika komandi o fananale.
And why would he refer to the two of you as opposition?
Manana ayatelu jube katel mo opposition on leti.
In the case of Mamadou Sallah, even when he would engage the president in sometimes endless debates on policy matters.
Mamadou Sallah la karola tumodo anim president ka dia mo jangulu ke kolu la menutilinta politiko ni mararo sambanya Kenya la banko kan.
Where you would have a few other ministers telling him to stop or telling us not to go any further, he would go until the president, essentially ends that debate.
Bari nkafunyolo dolu bije menu kafo ay pura akana tenteng wakachala. Bari ay ikatenteng ala lehanu fo laba ngotumodolu president fon kana wodia mo kuntu ka kumfa.
And in your own case?
Ita fango dunna karola dum.
In my case, I was very persistent on matters relating to the media, especially the National Media Commission at the time.
Ntelu mumoleti meni alonko nyimumbulu ku bambandi mbaleti kolu menu tilinta kolu tanya ni ilanya la mentilinte kibaro do ku bundala sako wato me yo kibar bunda kafolandi kafo me media commission.
In essence, you're saying he called you opposition because you dared put forth your own ideas about policy, even though those ideas may differ from his.
Amunta ni aja atel je ko opposition olem atel mu molleti men ya lonko alkali fansun jero fana yitan diala do ko nyin samba nyala karola mennu ning atela jero te kilinti o dalilo le asabo ay atel jube katel mu opposition oleti.
Yes, because we were different from the folks who would only shake their heads and say yes, sir.
Ha umuto nyalti katu ndel nimmo dolu fatale men ya lonko ala kuoku uluke ku ngoji jale doro ya fay ha sa bitu ndel ni ul fatata walanna.
Nodding, head shaking, indicating agreement was the basic norm in that cabinet, wasn't it?
Amunta wo cabinet kono ke ku ngoji ja ka song ala kolula amunta wole mu kuoti kujama katamani nyami modol la karola ala cabinet kono.
Yes, and that's why much of the time we spent drinking ataya and eating.
Ha, wala ya kendi wati jama kasoton katara ataya mingu dorone la je anin domoro.
Are you serious?
Je foru.
Yes.
Foru sobe altiba. Ha.
Yes, because Janneh makes his decisions before any cabinet meeting, and I believe cabinet meetings were merely a facade.
Ha, kadu jamme ka anganiyo parendi le ate pareta menkela o katarla ate yo ngania parendi foka pare amonta cabinet bengulu otumo ndeka jele doron ulmu danko doron kuolleti.
So there was no serious discussion of national issues at cabinet level.
Amunta woto kacha sobe buka kenung cabinet bengulu to me ya lonko asike banko la kukumalu tamanyati.
I would say so because anything arrived at during such meetings were meaningless.
Ha, mbele fulade. Kado tumonka kamben kolu menula menialonko kakeo bengoluto onka dan damenuto. Ulbeka na ke kulleti menialonko dalila tela.
And what impact did that have on you as a member, and how did that help in shaping your future plans?
Wodunata mune kusoto ite fangola karola wairi ite be kafo kono koy mu kafo dingolti adu wonata kolu landi nyaadile ila sinin sama ferolu kono.
Well, I continued through the with the permanent secretary to send policy papers to the presidency.
Continental do kola wonya dron ninna permanent secretary adun ka kaytolu dada wonyale menu tilinta sartol nin tarambulo la kunya la pour kawlu ki president we.
And I also sought help from other countries to put pressure on him.
Adunga ma ko ro nyini banku dolu fanalu kan pour nyin kamala isa tonton pour kolu nyanta nyamin ay tamawonya.
But ultimately, how did that affect your position within that cabinet, seeing that, well, cabinet was just a rubber stamping institution or body which did exactly what the president wanted?
Saying, wonata ila kulu landi nyadi le aning ayete je nyadi le o cabinet kono. Wairi alaba wanata keko. Cabinet mudanko dorong cabinet leti men ya lonko ibije ateye ko kundi ngulindi kana tama wolela danko dorong ateye memfo ye song wala kule tama wonya wonata etela kulu la nyadi le.
It meant I didn't expect much from the policy positions that I was advancing, at least when it related to cabinet meetings.
Amonda wala mnyintiko nda bukatara jikirin femfen na de nkawo sartolu menu dada ke kiai cabinet la karola awo bengulu fanalu to aya kendile mbuka jiki fenna je de kafo nyimbekela nawo sartolu menu nteke dada.
In view of your education, your experience, and your wishes for this country, was that a tenable position?
Itong itela jero la karola yengani ya kendo men soto nyimbanko ye ani ite kolu jenyamin puruka kolu taman wodung anata la nyadile itela kolu tamandor.
I had described it as something like musical chairs before joining, so I was very much aware of the situation.
Amunda ngajele ko kuma fen sirango le ngoti dorong hani jannimbe dun naji wala akendi ngakulu tamandi wonya andu ngeje wonya andu anatake kule timeni alonko atelala finna kula ayela nyamin kulu kata wala nyama.
Well, let's explain this issue of musical chairs. to the audience so that people would understand exactly what you're talking about? Give us a little more.
Nyin kuma fen sirangul laftale yeje senayandi jama moli men be la moy kan wayri tubabu kan long pour isalong akoto mu mem fangote.
I didn't expect to last more than 3 years because of the constant hiring and firing.
Manjiki nyin nako ndebe sanji sabo fonkela
3 months.
mbe karisabo kela mansa kunda kono katu aka moluta nyamin anake bay nyamin wulu kabula nyono ma nyamin manjiki num fap kambe karisabo kela ji.
With that realization, did it compel you to put up any plans?
Bitun kolu be yo nya wayri te fanga ya je wo nya fo wodu ya kendile yefere dolu parendi bang.
Yes, beyond the National Media Commission issue, I felt I needed to register a company. So once I'm fired, I can go into private enterprise.
Bitun wo kibar doku kafo media commission wolondo kola ngani ngani o fanana fero tamandi pour ngam fansun safar bunda londi ni e mbay wati o wati nsitana doko tentendi na safar bunda.
You were not taken by surprise, were you?
Amanke yetere makuti de fodum ay yetere.
Well, the only surprise was that I lasted more than 3 months, but I registered a company. At the time I was fired, I had already registered Commit Enterprise.
Ha amantereng me yenterenje doron wole ngam meta je fonga karisa bokije bar woyatara ngam fansun safar doku bunda londi me yalon ko briyam bay doron ngani muta consistent ngata doku tamandi.
In fact, you were fired after 15 months.
Andung inate bay biriye kartang ani lulu doku je foka pare.
Yes.
Could you tell us about that?
Wo fonyem bang.
Well, I was fired after 15 months, and I spent 15 months in jail too.
Ha birna kartani lulu doku atelaman sakunda kono. Ina tamuranga kartani lulu fananke kasola.
Well, you had to pay back for every day that you served as cabinet minister.
Amunda o mujulu joleti luolung yeti lo nangamo menke cabinet minister yala yole julo jo wonya wo yirko la ye menke kasola.
That was my conclusion too.
Nde fama fanana mira lo keta woleti.
And he did not have to wait for you to come back from a mission abroad to be sacked as minister.
Ando amani nyimbatu pour kete batu kabonan tamadula kabo bantala ye bay kabo minister ya plaso.
I was in Nigeria representing the Gambia.
Mbenu Nigeria le ntata banko Gambia banko la hajo le tamandi je utumo.
And I was informed by staff of GRTS that they have a news announcement that I was fired.
Andu nganyeng kibaro moy GRTS la do kulala ko ye kibaro soto me nyim foko yente bay na plaso to le.
And it wasn't until I returned to the Gambia that 3 days after my return that I actually got a letter from the NIA saying I was fired.
And brin seta na tata le fotili saba okola lo nata letter soto kabo NIA ulubulu ka foko yembay do kola.
And those days it was NIA that enforced the firings.
And wotilo lukono abeko NIA wolle ka wo bayro lube no masata.
Yes, their agents took me to my office to collect my personal items and to explain, their procedures. But I didn't have any personal items to speak of. I had expected something like this.
Ha, wo NIA ulu wolle yen samba na ofiso kono pour nyin kamala nte fansum fengulu menu bije nsi woluta bari nte la je nga landi nyale ma me yalon ko mam fansum fembula je wairi nte be jikiri nyine la nun ko kolu bitala nin wala nyama.
Was there any form of formal handing over to your successor?
Fadum nyin soton tale banka do ko bondi te bulu pour ka chika ka di modo la membe sayle te la place to babol ka fame handing over amunta do ko la falingo kabo buluto kata buluto fo ketale bang.
Not at all.
Ani wo manke.
But you had already prepared yourself anyway. You had already registered a business, so you moved on straight into that business.
Amunta ite fam parendile nung wo kolu kamma han fo yatara ye fansun safar bunda londi woto mbirim bayro keta do tetententa itate la safar bunda.
Yes, I imported my personal vehicles from the US and office equipment and moved on with Commit Enterprise.
Ha, ngam fan summoto commandile wotumo kabo America aninna marchandise ko ngola nimbe do ko kala nyamin wotumo nga commit enterprise londi foka pare ntenten tata na do ko bundala.
And you were in this business until in March 2011 when you joined the organization called Coalition for Change, the Gambia.
Saying akamunto ko benungo business to 2011 nata na dung kafo kami for coalition
for change wala
coalition falingo ke Gambia kono jang.
The business continued, and I set up, together with some colleagues, set up CCG as an underground organization initially.
Safaro nyintendenta nata CCG londi min kafunyo dolu nga bunda londi baraketa bunda altimeni alon kombetama kan du mala wotumo.
Why did you make it an underground organization?
Muna nayo ke underground organization oti.
Well, I should say I was the one underground, but the organization was public, and Data Fast Sources served as the face of the organization.
Nsa fo non te kun kilingole be nun du mala mbedu ko ke kan du mala bari ka fo nyin o keta bantala jama ka foleti adu Data Fast Sources wala keta moti men keta ka fo do ku bunda nyin nyaati lim moti.
And which Data Fast Sources are you referring to?
Data Fast Sources juma be wole fo kante.
Former president of the GPU, who was herself in exile at the time.
Me ya lonko anana keta president ti Gambia la kafudo ku bunda la men keta kibar do ku kafoti me ya lonko labangola afawnata banko bula asita bantala.
As at the time of the creation of this organization, Coalition for Change, Data Fast Sources was outside the jurisdiction, correct?
Yes.
Kabiringal be o fenko nyim falinkan wato nde so Tafa Sources mantara banko kanja be bantala banko to.
Yes.
Aketa wala nyama.
Yes.
Yes.
In a sense, while this organization was advocating for change from abroad, you were representing the organization in Gambia, but at underground level.
Andunia jibe kabrini organization be falingo kata kan bantala banko kan barete watrete be banko kan je bar ke kan underground ba ke kan duma koto.
Yes, I was the coordinator operating underground, and Data Fast the Secretary General overseas.
Ntele be kolu tamandi kanun duma ka kolu kumbenin duma wairi wayatara Data Fast Sources atebe bantala abe kolu samba kanje.
Why did you feel the need to operate underground?
Na nakete suloti pour yaje ko yedu ko ke duma mo kane e kalamuta.
Because of the repressive character of the government at the time.
Wotumo mansakunda membijang e kamolu detendi nu nyamin ila koluto wala ya sabu ngake onya.
You told us that Data Fast Sources was formerly the president of the Gambia Press Union, GPU.
And ya fonu jande Data Fast Sources atele benu president of GTU wato. GPU wato.
And as at that time, she was living in exile.
And wato watara tebe bantala banko to.
Why was it necessary for your organization to be operating underground? I know you did talk about the repressive character of the government. Why didn't Data Fast have to be in exile?
Munatina be jari la pour itela organisation ñe tama dumala andu yalo ne konde Tafa Sources atebe num bantala banko.
Because even mild criticism of the government at the time resulted in people being sent to exile, being tortured, and even murdered. And that was the fate we were trying to avoid.
Otumo, hanniye mansa kunda wala atela mararo hanniya doya domandinke dorong kolu menu si boyi kan wolem nyinti ko isi mari muta wala ye tajire yake la wala se keno fang ye mari fa wo kufa songon lebe kere no otumo.
We have had testimony from Data Fast Sources and other members of the Gambia Press Union, and the evidence revealed that over 140 attacks or arrests were made of Gambian journalists during those periods.
Sediaro soto janne nde tafaso se bulu mi alon ko kol min keta press union aning mo jabal me se diaro ko e mans em boy kan soto boy kan min tata wuli
keme kilin
tannani min soto boy kan min soto man sakunda bulu wato
journalist
ka
and attacks on media homes, media houses, and burnings of media houses, and so forth. Is that your view of what happened during those periods?
That's definitely my view, because I worked closely with the GPU before I became minister, when I was minister, and afterwards, and that's a very accurate description of the climate.
Wole mo kuolu tilindingoti men ketanungotu mo fonga ketawole nyama exactly kabirinte manke ministati hanu fo wato mentina ta ke ministati hanu fo akola brinte bota minister yala anin kol nata tente nyamin wole mo kuolti akeke ta nyamen wotumo.
You are a political scientist. You have a PhD in politics. I just want to give you this brief scenario, and you tell me whether our assessment is correct. It looked like from the coup d'etat of 1994.
Ite ayalo ne ko mu political science leti. Andu scientist soleti andu yala PhD sotole ako sain coup d'etat la wato la ite la jeroto fo ya akoresi wala nyama ba.
The first things Janneh did was attacked and neutralize the politicians who were banned from politics.
Ajame ku folol minke wolom ka boyin kan ke anin ke ajeko ke bon kana ida kana tara ngin kol kono ngin politician la
ngata politician
la bundato.
Arresting and detaining and torturing the politicians in order to instill fear in them.
Ake muta ake sindi dula kiling anin ka jeko ka kol kele mi yatina woyatina fam fo fangole silo soto ka ake la duko tamandi.
Banning of demonstrations, and all demonstrators were arrested and tortured.
Anin fana ni momo wuta ka balamba yake akaje ko ke bale ala anin momo fana dabulata kono kaje ko ye muta ye tajirinde ya.
Attacking media houses by setting some on fire for opposing his positions or views.
Na kibaru bungol to kay boyen kan okela kaje ko balanta e malla fatela atela mansa kundala
anin ke
la bungol fana jani.
Attacking and detaining journalists or sending some on exile.
Anin fana ka boyen kan minke journalist to anin kaje ko fan ke bondi banko kono jang fo e bori bantala banko to.
Attacking new political opponents that emerge.
Anin fana ka boyen kan ke nyim political kutol mol mi alon ko wultale kuta kaje ko amalda fikaje ye sembo to banko kan.
Attacking students who dared to challenge his authority and killing them.
Karamta diningol mi alon ko lotal pour kaje ko kabalang ala kuola aka minta Mandinka kaje ko ke ka boy kan ke la fo ke fafa.
And finally, attacking politicians who emerged to demonstrate against his leadership.
Ani nyala bango fan kaje ko hani politician mi alon ko wol wutale kaje ko ka balamba yake ala wo ko la kaje ko ke boy kan wasambe tol fanankan.
Would you say that that is what characterized the Janneh government?
Fesa foko wole jamela masakundal tandi kaje ko ko mu kulit mi alon ko ku jawolo.
Yes, it was clear that Janneh did not distinguish between politicians, imams, students, what have you, in terms of meting out, his repression.
Janneh otumo amam fatam fansi soto jumalong almamiti jumalom taliboti jumalom nyinti wala jumalom makamatiti wotembo atemo molu amo kul fonglu fatam fansi.
We've seen what he did to students, to imams, to even his own family members. So it was very, Janneh's repression pervaded every aspect of society, every group. including his own.
Ngajele ko ay menke alimamulula ay menke talibolula ay menke mo kotem fasongulula hana fango badingulu kata a fangola dimbayalu ngajele ay ku fasongo mellawulu kan wala nyinti ate mammo bo moto a man fem bo nyoto ate be ay be tembendelo abe menke la menna kawleke.
But in addition to that repressive environment you just described, I see in your statement in page 5, this is what you had to say, and it went on as follows, that your business exposed you to the problems confronting ordinary citizens trying to make a decent living. And I quote this part, "The tax burden on businesses kept rising at a time when the state tended to disengage itself from providing even the most basic services for the community. Year after year, tax categories or burdens were created to continually milk the population. Much of the revenue was used to pay for extravagant ceremonies, wrestling matches, endless holidays, and countless gifts from the president to characters of all kinds. Extortion by members of the security services and the unending spate of arrests, disappearances, mysterious killings, and torture did not spare anyone. It didn't matter if one decided to remain mute or become vocal. There was no distinction between religious leaders or street vendors. The entire population increasingly became captives of a very ruthless regime determined to exploit its citizens to maintain Janneh's lifestyle and his grip on power," unquote. That is your description of the regime.
Akamunta ko ko ngi min karante la fango la safero te la bukota ko fango akamunta ko jaaja mela man sakunda jetenne.
Very harsh words.
Kumul mi yalon ko kumul man kuma jawlon kuma mi yalon ka manyinya.
Well, it's the truth, because once I set up a business, the new tax categories, education tax and all sorts of taxes, and then you realize it's the president's mom's birthday, the president's wife's birthday, the president's birthday, and all sorts of events that cost millions of dollars at a time where even electricity, water, and everything was a problem in this country.
Another Gambian...
Katuni ajibe, wonata ke wato la wato me yalon ko, nyimbanko kang, kidimandiro lumenu kake, wala president Obama la wululung juro, president la muso wululung juro, president fango kumula wululung juro, aning ku kotang lumeni yalon ko depansi balu kadung ikunna, mem yalon ko abeka ke namo leti banku dinglu ka namo lumenu jo, aning kata tamo la aning ka depansi balu ke kulu kunna, meni yalon ko kibir ku kensangol la molti, menu man nafaso to banko e.
Another Gambian political scientist who appeared before us as an expert witness, described it as a military vampire state. Would you agree?
Nga modo fana soto Janneh fana mu Gambian political science leti afana ngi ko je wala nyama la ba on faya to ko military vampire state fana ya je wala nyama
wala sojarul ka balu molula.
Fairly accurate, because at the same time that the wasteful spending was going on and the repression, he tried to keep the military on his side with endless spending and getting them involved in politicking.
Amuto nyalti ya fanyami. Kato tembo aya katale ka sojaro lulondi nyama me ya lonkulubate da manne fasala. Yo adu otu mo kol bitaka nyamin wo depends koleng lumenu be ke tamandi wo nya akake nyina kam mapru atedda man sembo batele bulando alafta mena wala kata otu mo wala na sojaro lulandi afango kan puru ya fasa.
Mr. Chair, I think this is a convenient point to stop for the break.
Indeed, Council, and thank you so much, and thank you, Dr. Janneh. We will take a 1-hour break and come back at 2:40. Meeting is adjourned.
Okay.